Hey everyone, I want to welcome back my subscribers, and to anyone tuning in for the first time, how's it going? So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Taz cleanup. I have dates set and some more information for you guys. I'm also going to review my RallyArmor mud flaps a little bit. I've been running them for a while now, and tell you guys what I think about them. And I'm also going to talk a little bit more about my Auxbeam light bar and how it functions with the Voswitch universal control panel that I got. Pretty much how they work together. I mentioned on a previous video that control panel can do a lot of cool stuff once you have lights hooked up to it. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of that. But anyway, let's get into it. As far as the details go for the Taz cleanup, Taz meaning the adventure zombie, the date has been set for the second weekend of March. That's March 13th and 14th. I hope you guys can come out and join us. I'm going to have a lot more information as for what times and exact location and all that. But we know we're going to be out in the Bryce Creek area, so we hope you guys can come out and join us, but don't feel obligated if you can't. Don't feel like you need to drive from a long distance away or anything to come out here and join us. Part of this cleanup event is so anyone can do it. So if you can't make it out, go ahead and go to your public land or national parks lands near your home or your favorite spot even, and go ahead and pick up as much trash as you can and throw the hashtag TAZ_cleanup, and that way I'll be able to see your guys' pictures on social media, and I'll be able to see you guys out there helping us. I want this thing to be a really big event, and that's why I opened up with this hashtag thing. I know not everybody knows how hashtags work, so let me explain that real quick. Basically, if you post a picture on social media and you throw the hashtag #TAZ_cleanup, that is basically a link, a web link. So I can look that up and I can see anybody's pictures that they posted with that hashtag. And that's how it works. So hopefully that's clear. I know that it's kind of a weird way to do it, but this way it opens it up to basically the global platform. So that's why we're going to go ahead and try it this way. Again, if you guys can make it out, we're going to be in the Bryce Creek area. More details to come, but we'd love to see you out here, and we'd love to see you showing your support. Okay, so a little bit about the RallyArmor mud flaps. I've been running these for a while now, a couple months I think, and I really like how well these cover and prevent from splash on the side of the vehicle. You can see that there's definitely some road debris on the side here, but normally after driving through forest roads to come up to an area where I am now, this would be absolutely caked with road debris. So this is helping keeping a lot of the stuff off the rocker panels and help keeping my decals nice right here. When I get into mud and stuff like that, yes, it's still kicking up on the side of the car, but it's still protecting, the mud flaps are still protecting the side of the car. They're still doing their job. It's basically just mud that's flying up from the tires and landing back on the car versus mud that's being flung directly onto the paint and body. So these things have been working really great. I really like them. I will say though that once I damaged my front bumper, and I guess it doesn't really fit exactly the way that it did. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I thought I got it put back into position the way it was supposed to be, and I got it zip tied in place. But for whatever reason, when that happened, now the tire will rub on the mud flaps depending on what direction I'm turning and how fast I'm going. The main time it rubs is when I'm backing up, turning sharply, and braking at the same time. It seems like it might change the tire position in there or something, and it ends up rubbing up against the mud flaps. Other than that, I have absolutely no issues with these. And again, I didn't start rubbing on this thing until after I damaged my vehicle. So I don't think that's the mud flaps' fault. And I think that if you guys are thinking about getting the RallyArmor mud flaps, they are definitely worth their price. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about and show you guys was the Auxbeam light bar and how it functions with the Voswitch universal switch panel. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside and turn the light bar on, and I'll show you guys the different functions that are available through this switch panel. So that's the normal roof rack light, just steady beam. Now, if we put the device into setup mode, we can then set how we want the light bar to come on. It has flash mode, emergency strobe, regular strobe, and another emergency strobe, I guess. But you're able to do that with any light hooked up to this thing, and because each individual switch is programmable, you can actually program your roof rack light bar to do, say, emergency strobe, and you could have your ditch lights, if I had some, you could have your ditch lights do a steady beam, you could have your bumper light do a regular strobe, you could have all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. To program this switch, all you have to do is turn it on and then hold the power switch down for 3 seconds. It'll flash and then it goes into setup mode. So that turns the roof rack light on, and if I push it again, that changes the mode. And you can see the light flashing up there, and that indicates what the light bar is actually doing. And then once you decide which setting you want it on, I'd like to keep it on constant, and then you just hold it down for 3 seconds again. Setup mode is done, and then you shut it off. So anyway, I thought that was a little bit fun, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the functionality of the Voswitch and another reason why it's cool and why you guys should try it out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate all my subscribers, all my watchers and followers. You guys make doing these videos really worth it, and you put the fire under me to go out and find challenging trails and get into stuff that I wouldn't normally get into. You guys are a fantastic motivating force. I know I've said this before in the past, but you guys rock. Anyway, as always, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.